But you said Archie, right?
Yes, sir. Archie.
Junior.
Good to see you, Junior.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We have another exciting edition of Garden State IAA Hoops for you. I'm Joe Lamy. To my side are Drake Hugo and Danny Hogger. We'll be seeing the Renfield Foxes play host to the Newark East Eagles.
And at this point in the season, we know that we can expect an intense matchup. The Eagles are a much improved team looking to come into Renfield and take one on the road. It won't be easy, but they have the firepower to make it happen.
And standing in their way will be Connor Rosenberg, the fantastic guard for the Renfield Foxes. He's got size, touch, just about everything. You can bet he'll be a handful for the Eagles.
This beautiful gymnasium will be rocking in no time as the Foxes defend their court against the Eagles. The Eagles get things started with the group of Day and Sheffield at the 1 and 2 guards. Lack and Zadirko are at the forwards, and the fourth-year star, Junior, gets the nod at center. Foxes starting with the group of Lee and star sophomore Rosenberg in the backcourt. Joseph and Bishop make up that forward pairing, and it's big Bobby Andrews getting the start at center.
Well, it's been a good start for the season for the Eagles. You can see their confidence grow with each win they notch.
The win helps, but this team knows they have a great roster with the addition of Junior. He's made everyone else better around him, especially with the attention he commands. The body language of this team is completely different than last year.
Inside, Zadirko tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Look how the Eagles rely on Zadirko. He always gives 110% on offense to keep the play alive and ensure they score.
Pass to Andrews. Rosenberg. Here in the first with a little over a minute played so far. The shot that time, not on target. Here's Junior. Andrews covering.
What intelligent play from Junior. Does a great job making himself available to finish the fast break.
Now here's Andrews, covered by Junior. Rosenberg outside. Pass to Bishop. And so, just over a minute and a half played here. Junior grabs the miss. And Renfield, one of the nicer schools in the area, their community puts a lot of time and effort into the school, and the results are easy to see.
Well, it's one of the more affluent areas in the state, and everybody knows it. Still, it's always nice to see a community rally around their high school and give them the resources they need.
Outside, Lee. Andrews. Fades away. Misses off the left iron.
Still can't get anything to fall after 5 chances.
Pass to Zadirko. Yes, and it's Junior picking up the dime.
They're off to a scorching start offensively.
They've taken this game by the reins and are running out to an early lead.
Renfield calls timeout.
Looking to break up the momentum.
Yeah, some things to hash out for sure.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Andrews. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And while Coach Bishop did play ball himself in high school, he wasn't a standout athlete.
I remember hearing about him playing, very much of a game manager type of guard. Coach didn't try to do too much with him. He had strong fundamentals and overachieved given his lack of athleticism. Pretty much exactly what you want in a coach.
Like a lot of players from Newark, Junior plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's out to prove there's just as much talent in North Jersey as there is across the river in New York.
That free throw, no good. No luck either that time. Renfield trailing. First quarter play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Grace gets the bucket.
When in doubt, you might as well attack the paint.
Now Indra, pass to Kennedy. Junior, Andrews covering. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Junior already understands how to force defenders into awkward spots and draw calls. Intelligent and aggressive at the same time.
Shooting for the Eagles, Junior. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And with Renfield, they care quite a bit about their athletics. Tons of money from donations have found their way to the school. They have a lot to show for it.
He doesn't get the second one. And with Renfield from the gym to their uniforms, you can usually count on everything being state of the art.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't want to play here? It feels like a country club. And as a result, a lot of potential standout athletes will try and get into Renfield's district just because of how nice the facilities are.
Got that one up quick.
He got hung up on a great screen and gave the shooter some wiggle room.
Yeah, for sure. If he sees any daylight at all, he's pulling the trigger.
Back to Indra. Pass to Kennedy. Outside for Evans. Junior. Rebounded by Madison. Now here is Ducey. It's Luke Race on the wing. Outside Roberts. Ducey. It's Luke Race on the wing. Back to Ducey. Blocked.
Check out Mason's awareness on defense. He tracks the ball as it's going up, is ready, and waiting with an authoritative block.
Evans knocks it down.
Sweet feed. Call me old school, but teams don't hammer it inside enough anymore.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And while every game hasn't been smooth sailing for Newark, one thing you can see from this team is they are improving each game.
And Joe, that's a big credit to both Coach Bishop as well as the senior leadership on Newark. It's been a special year for this group in large part to their hard work.
And that one's good for Madison.
And this is where you want Madison being assertive. He's got the size that he needs to be effective up close.
Here's Indra. Junior. That one goes. Count it.
Great job keeping the play alive. Those are hustle points.
To the inside. That one drops for him.
Good looking bounce pass to set up the basket.
No shortage of scoring here in the first. Eagles ahead, leading by 6. And the second quarter will be coming up right after this break.
More help for setup and decoration.
Welcome back, everyone. More high school sports coverage on the way as the second quarter gets started. Here's Indra. Outside, Evans. Back to Indra. Kennedy, Grace defending. Pass to Evans. Now here's Kennedy. Outside, Indra. And here is Marceda. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot of this game.
Let the big man eat down there. Once again, Marceda has the positioning he likes, and the rest is history.
And the basket from Roberts.
For me, their ball movement is really standing out. Every basket coming off an assist, it seems like.
Well, the last 3 buckets have, and these guys are in total unison right now.
Pass to Evans. Quarter number 2, and we're about a minute in. Here's Marceda. Over Madison. And he wills that one in. Right in off the back iron.
How about the court awareness? Indra, absolutely superb job. Realizing the D's overcommitment, and what a great dime.
And the Foxes called time here.
Well, he just wants to get everyone in sync.
I like the timeout here. Get everyone together, make any necessary adjustments.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the board.
Right wing. Rosenberg outside. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Eagles. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Lack. His second shot falls. He starts 2 for 2.
Oh, the agility from Lack on this play. Letting him slide through the contact and finish his shot well.
Now here's Andrews. He's guarded by Marceda. Lee with it. Rosenberg outside. Pass to Bishop. Lee with it. 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. He gets that one to fall.
Great ball movement the last few times down the floor.
That's 4 straight baskets set up by a pass.
Outside, Day. Pass to Marceda. Andrews with the great defensive effort right there. Outside, Lee. And James Marceda picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
It's his first personal foul. Newark East substitution. Junior.
Rosenberg outside. Andrews. And Robert Andrews with the slam.
And Rosenberg's unselfishness is on display here. Doing a nice job setting up his teammate with the pretty pass.
Pass to Zadirko. Shoots over Gregory. Foxes with the board. Outside, Lee. To the middle. Here's Andrews. And that comes off the assist by Troy Lee.
Right now, sharing the basketball beautifully.
Pretty rad. Look at their last few trips down the floor. They've been patient about getting each other really good looks.
To the paint. Andrews with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot and will shoot 2. That's on Zadirko.
This is Lee's experience as a senior coming into play. Millis' best bet is to play into the defender and get to the line.
That one is off. And the second free throw is good. Almost 4 minutes gone by into the second quarter of play. Down low. Andrews with the steal. Outside, Lee. Lays it up and banks it in.
It's pretty obvious what sparked this run. Terrific ball movement.
The guys are focused on creating opportunities for each other.
Inside. And it's Junior missing. Renfield trailing. Here's Rosenberg. Unable to get the go-ahead bucket. They're really on the back foot at this point.
Yeah, at both ends of the floor, things are just not going their way.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Black, he's covered by Bishop. Back to Junior. It's rebounded by Andrews.
He can be hesitant near the rim. We saw it right there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up strong enough.
Against the contact, Rosenberg really shows off some power. He must be hitting the weight room.
Pass to Junior. Mason. Junior outside. He got up. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Foxes out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be back to bring y'all the third quarter action after halftime. And the second half getting started. Renfield playing host to Newark East here on Garden State IAA Sports. 71. The Foxes with the lead.
And let's talk Bishop on the Fox. He was the star of the team before Rosenberg stepped up onto varsity, but he's still a very valuable contributor.
And for a kid his age, you have to applaud the way he stepped aside to let Rosenberg do his thing. That's not always easy to do when you're a teenager, but Bishop's put the team first and shown great senior leadership. You can see why the D is willing to just back off and let him shoot it from out there.
Outside, Black. Back to Junior. And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. It's going to go on Troy Lee.
Important for Junior to learn how to draw calls just like that. That kind of toughness and savvy will serve him very well going forward.
No good on that one. And no luck at the stripe in this one. Second one misses also. Here's Rosenberg. And it's Rosenberg with the jam.
Seeing the floor so well, Rosenberg proving how tenacious he can be when the break is on.
Junior. Robert Andrews with the defensive effort. And Junior, as many of you know, is the son of Duke, one of the largest figures in Newark Hoops history.
And I don't know why Junior waited so long to get into the game of basketball, but I bet his father would be elated now that he's on the floor. Duke was a legend in the area, and Junior would be lucky to have that same kind of impact.
And that one's good for Junior.
He cannot match Junior's athleticism. He's able to slip past the contact and sink his shot.
And the Foxes call time here. Both teams will make a substitution.
Bailey Madison. Substitution on the court.
And with Junior, it's easy to see the natural athletic ability that he possesses. He was a great football player, and that fluidity translates to the hardwood well for him.
They double him with Junior. Pass to Roberts. Over to the left wing. Now here's Gregory. Grace outside. And here is Ducey. Roberts. He's covered by Mason.
Even though he's little compared to the big men on the floor, he's done some tall work on those boards.
That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. Substitution for Renfield. Troy Lee.
The Eagles trailing. Sheffield outside. Junior. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
High IQ basketball from Sheffield. He gets himself an easy assist by feeding the wide open man.
Here's Joseph. The layup off target. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Fox is out in front, leading by 5. And as we head to the break, stick with us for the fourth quarter right after this.
License plate 2.
Well, the fourth quarter getting going here. Great matchup so far between the Eagles and the Foxes in this one. And here are the Eagles now. Sheffield outside. Pass to Junior. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. Dustin Joseph picks one up.
Not fearing the contact. This is Junior's mentality. He welcomes aggressive defense on the way up.
He misses the free throw. He's off on the second. And here's Lee. Joseph outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And this team having to overcome what's been a subpar performance from him.
It's good.
One of the many reasons Junior's teammates appreciate him. He's an unselfish player who likes setting his guys up well.
Outside Lee. That one goes.
He got hung up on a great screen and gave the shooter some wiggle room.
Yeah, sure, if he sees any daylight at all, he's pulling the trigger.
To the middle. Here's Junior. And it's Joseph with the rebound. And here are the Foxes, leading by 5. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Inside the paint, Joseph can be just merciless. His size helps him run right over the defense.
Pass to Day, to the paint. And Junior gets it to go.
And the offense just keeps raining down. Neither team has been able to defend consistently.
And I would expect more of that as both defenses seem to be wearing down a bit.
And here's Gregory, covered by Junior. Return to Gregory. Not watching the line there, and that is going to be a backcourt violation. So both teams changing it up here.
Checking in for your Foxes, Robert Andrews.
Pass to Day. Junior. Andrews with a great defensive effort right there. And with Rosenberg, you have to be careful of his shot. He owns a very quick and deadly release.
His shooting motion, though, it just looks so easy, doesn't it? One of the best shooters in the state, and it's hard to believe that he's just a sophomore.
Here's Sheffield to the inside.
Huge possession. What a finish we've got coming up.
Now here's Bishop. Not a lot of room. Jonathan Lack with some nice D.
Credit to the D. That was not an easy layup. Really good effort.
Pass to Junior. Return to Sheffield. Gregory with the steal. Here's Andrews. And Robert Andrews with the slam.
I like seeing Andrews get up and flush it down, putting his height advantage to great use inside.
Back to Lack. Now Junior. Andrews covering. Andrews with the steal. And out of bounds it goes. The Eagles will take it over. And the Eagles will call time here.
And Coach wants to make some changes right now. Try to gain more control over this one.
Along with Coach, I like the timeout. It's clear there's an opportunity.
So both teams making a change here.
Substitution.
The Foxes leading. And something seems to be bothering Junior out there. He's favoring his leg.
Yeah, it looks like something might have gone wrong with his knee on the last trip down. You hate to see that late in a game like this one. You have to wonder if he'll be able to keep playing. Well, he's already the star of this team, and he's only a sophomore. Connor Rosenberg expected to do big things for the Foxes this year and the next two after.
Junior left side, looking to get going. It's rebounded by Andrews.
This is a quarter I'm sure he'd rather forget.
Yeah, he needs to put this one behind him and move on. Also, make some fresh adjustments.
Pass to Rosenberg. Now Joseph. Yes, and it's Ben Bishop with the assist that time.
This run has really put them in the perfect position.
And with no signs of slowing, they aim to keep expanding that lead.
It's good.
And the way the Day sees the floor, you gotta respect how he finds his teammates when they're open.
To the paint, about 7 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
They executed their offense to perfection on that trip down.
Outside, Day.
He'll be the first to tell you that's a shot he should convert. The D was not tight on it.
Pass to Rosenberg. Back to Grace. Rosenberg. And that'll do it for us in this one. Runfield is able to defend their home court despite a fantastic effort from Junior and the rest of the Eagles.
Well, I think the difference tonight was Connor Rosenberg. You take him out of this lineup and the Eagles are able to walk away with the win tonight.
That may be true, Danny, but we just didn't see enough from the Eagles starting group. I expected some bigger games from some of the players, but ultimately, the Foxes just had more to give tonight.
And the Foxes get the win, and with that, we'll say goodbye. I'm Joe Lamy, and on behalf of Drake Hugo and Denny Hogger, we'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Garden State IAA Athletics. Have a good evening, everyone.
Hey, easy now.
It's okay, Coach. It felt fine when I was playing. Just tweaked it at the end there.
Just getting checked out all the same, yeah?
Archie?
Hey. Oh, take it easy, boy. Slow down.
So how am I doing now?
You show some things. Got some good tape to show the right people.
D1 people?
Yeah, it's a step. You show some upside, but you still got to step it up. 2 games is still just a small sample size, but it could get the recruiters in the gym. Then you seal your deal, assuming that's okay.
Yeah, it's just a sprain. I'll probably be limited in this game, but I can still play.
Just like your old man. Played through it all, even in the
On a busted
championship.
foot and still dropped 40.
You know the story.
I know all the stories, Archie.
It's cold out here, man. Let's get something to eat on me. Hola, linda. Como ellos?
Ay.
Yeah.
Ay,
This
ay,
I'm working with this
pero-
kid.
pero,
Been
ay,
working with this one.
Ay, that's Junior. Me dá um braço.
She said you better go over and give her a hug. She remembers when you were a baby.
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Please, sit on the house. Obrigada.
Yeah, man, photos on these walls. Man, y'all knew? I never knew that, man.
He sacrificed a lot for you and your mom. That's why I wonder if he would have been in the...
Look, I'm gonna stop you right there, all right? This is not gonna be a situation where you start becoming my mentor and giving me all type of life advice, all right? Look, I'm not a victim. I don't got no daddy issues. The man you knew is just not the man I knew. That's all.
So what about the next game?
Coach just wants me to sit until I get healthy.
I agree. Isn't the game after the next one the big invitational at the Barclays? A lot of elite players are going to be there from around the country.
Yeah, Hendrix Cobb.
Your father used to coach him, right?
Yeah, we was tight till his family moved to New Orleans when we were 12.
Y'all still talk?
Yeah, here and there on social.
His name is #1 on every board that matters.
Yeah.
He's the show, which makes it easy for us to get people there who can push the needle. But that needle ain't gonna budge if you're limited.
All right, so what's up, Archie? I mean, clearly you got connections and everybody knows you. So why aren't you working some college job?
Oh, I did. Big 10, Big East. Did it for 20 years. Then competition got a little heavy. So I started coloring outside the lines a little.
You a band?
No, nothing that dramatic. Still get a job, but when you got that scarlet letter on your chest.
And I'm your way back in?
That's right.
Why should I trust you, man?
No, you shouldn't. But your timeline is short. And if you don't got 5 guys like me knocking at your door, I'm probably your only chance. Look, I loved your father like a brother. And if I was struggling, he was always there for me. In the past, I didn't think that I would have a chance to repay him. Maybe this is my shot. So please, just think about it, all right? Get back to me.
Yo, Archie, hold up.
Das ist der Ort, an dem sich junge Eltern an das Leben erinnern, bevor sie Eltern wurden.
Yeah.
Und in dieser Küche wird der Freund der Tochter Teil der Familie. Das sind die Ferienhäuser von Fevo Direkt, die auf euch und eure Familie warten.
با سلام خدمت شما عزیزان، امیدوارم که